Let's see who's man enough to step into this now.
Thor's rotating behind. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna get some basics. We're gonna activate our 3, get some more basics onto the Scotty. Use our 2. We're able to clean her up. We're gonna dash, go for the Agni, dash again. We're able to get a double kill. We're gonna fall back out of the Phoenix range. Anubis would be a great target. We're gonna go ahead and cast our ultimate on him, activate our 2. That's gonna reduce his healing, and we're able to get a triple kill. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're doing a skin showcase for the World Tour Nemesis skin. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Nemesis is pretty strong in the meta right now. You can build her a couple of different ways, but I prefer the ability-based build. So let's go ahead and jump into her kit. Nemesis is 1, Swift Vengeance. Nemesis dashes in a line, dealing damage to enemies in her path, and may dash again within 2 seconds. She may use basic attacks and abilities between dashes. Nemesis is 2, Slice and Dice. Nemesis swings her blade, dealing damage in an area in front of her. Enemies in the center of her swing are struck for 2 times the damage and are slowed for 2 seconds. The slow is going to be 30%. Nemesis is 3, Retribution. Nemesis activates a temporary shield around herself that protects herself from a set amount of damage or until the time expires. A percentage of incoming damage from gods is healed and reflected back to the source. Hard crowd control effects remove the shield. The duration is going to be 2.5 seconds, and the healing is going to be 100% of the damage received. The damage reflect is going to be 50% of the damage. Nemesis' ultimate, Divine Judgment. Nemesis chooses a single enemy god, reducing their health and movement speed and stealing a portion of their protections for a time period. Her movement speed is also increased during this time. At level 1, it's going to be 20% of the target's current health. At level 5, it's going to be 30%. At level 1, she's going to gain 15% speed. At level 5, she's going to gain 25% movement speed. She's going to steal 30% of their protections, and the debuff and buffs last for 5 seconds. Nemesis is passive, Scales of Fate. Nemesis holds the Scales of Balance. Hitting an enemy god with a basic attack tips the scales in her favor, reducing her target's physical and magical power by 7%, and increasing hers by 7%. It's going to stack up to 3 times, and it lasts for 5 seconds. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 1, level 2, put a point into our 2, level 3, put a point into our 3, then we want to put another point into our 2 at level 4. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 2, max out our 1, then max out our 3. We decided to show face in dual lane, but unfortunately they were able to back up before we were really able to do anything. It's really early on in the game, so we want to keep rotating to camps. For some reason, they have a Ganesh jungle and a Thor support. Not exactly sure what's going on there. We're going to try to secure our red. We're going to step out of the red, let Ganesh take some damage. Agni's here. We're going to go ahead and use our 2, and we're able to secure the red buff. Whenever we left Fountain, we left with the Jungler's Blessing, the tier 1 of Brawler's Beatstick, 1 health potion, and Hand of the Gods. We're going to go ahead and back because our speed is about to respawn. We do have enough money for the tier 2 boots. The tier 2 boots are going to provide us a little bit of power, which is a big advantage over the tier 1 boots that provide us no power.
Out of mana. Enemy missing middle. Your left tower is under attack. Enemy missing right.
So with our first item after boots, we kind of have 3 options. We can go into Jotuns, we could go into the Crusher, or we could go into Brawler's Beatstick. I usually go into Crusher, but they have an Anubis this game, and Anubis has a lot of lifesteal. So we're going to be building some anti-heal to deal with Anubis. If they do not require anti-heal on the enemy team, then I would go into the Crusher. Crusher is going to give you the most power and also increase your attack speed. Nemesis does have an attack chain. The first attack is normal, second attack is normal, the third attack is a little bit weaker than the first 2, and then the fourth attack is the strongest of the 4. We're going to go ahead and rotate around. Agni falls back under tower, so he's pretty much safe. We're going to go ahead and peek the enemy red buff. So basic, 79, and then 139 for that last one. We're gonna go ahead and secure the enemy red buff.
Be right back.
Agni is pretty weak. I think he also just used his dash. We're gonna walk up behind him. He's very weak. Goodbye, Agni. And we're able to clean up the mid laner. We just hit level 5. We're gonna go ahead and rotate to our red buff. It should be spawning soon.
End the game, please. Please? Pretty sure we win this.
We're gonna go ahead and rotate left. If Thor burns his hammer, we should be able to ult him and get the pick onto him.
Attack!
He uses his hammer to get away.
Be careful!
So we're gonna go ahead and fall back.
Enemy missing middle. Enemy missing left.
Our speed will be spawning. We are going to be going into the Ninja Tabi, which is the attack speed boots.
Why did you save him?
In the early game, the power boots will give you a little bit more of an advantage, but in the late game, once you have a few items online, the attack speed could really increase your damage output. We're going to go ahead and rotate right. Looks like this Anubis is kind of bullying our Kraken.
Been destroyed. Your left tower is under attack.
We got to use our ultimate. That's going to remove 20% of his health. We're going to activate our 3. Try to get some basics. We're going to dash out of his 3. Dash back up to him. Now we're fighting in minions, so we do want to fall back right here. Kraken comes up, just chasing him. Uses his ultimate. We're going to use our 2. And we're able to secure the pick onto the Anubis. Bracken wasn't very happy, but, you know, we did most of the work there. We're going to go ahead and work on the blue buff. This is going to throw our rotation off a little bit, and we are pretty weak, so we might back before going for one of the red buffs. We don't want to invade with the amount of health that we have, so we're probably going to play it safe. We get some damage onto the Agni while also tagging the minion wave. His red buff is up. We're going to set up a ward, and it looks like we're going to go for it, which is a little bit risky. We did see Ganesh over in solo lane not too long ago, and Merlin's able to come help us, so it makes it a lot easier to secure.
Nice job.
We're just going to bypass the Harpies and go straight for our red buff.
On my way, sorry.
Never said no to a new style.
We're able to buy the tier 2 of Brawlers, and then we're going to start another rotation heading towards our speed buff.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I think this skin is pretty cool. I really like the wings that she has and the guitar.
Ultimate is ready. On my way.
Bracken looks like he needs a little bit of help. We do have our blink. We're going to blink in. We were thinking about using our ultimate, but we couldn't quite hover it over him, but we were able to clean him up with our 2. Unfortunately, he was able to get Bracken.
Your middle tower is under
We're going to go ahead and clean up this wave while we wait for blue.
enemies at the fire giant. Cancel that. Enemy ultimate down.
We do hear a Thor nearby. You guys secure the blue. Thor gets the stun on us. We heard his hammer, so he probably doesn't have his dash. We're going to get some basics on him. And we're going to go ahead and ult him. Use our 2 Kabrakens here. And Kabraken's able to clean him up. So one thing that we are doing to take advantage of Nemesis' attack chain is we're getting our first 2 basic attacks off, which do the normal damage. And then we're going to use an ability and then get another 2 off. This is auto attack canceling. This allows us to reset our attack chain, and we can maximize our damage by doing so. We steal the enemy red buff. We're going to go ahead and make a play for our red buff.
Cancel that.
We got it. We're gonna talk about this one after the game. You can't be dying.
Oh, middle lane. Your middle tower is under attack.
We're able to avoid the Thor. We're going to go ahead and hit these harpies.
Ultimate is ready.
Our speed is going to respawn, so we're probably going to back right after this.
Your middle
4 people in mid.
destroyed.
We're pretty low on mana. We don't really have a whole lot of power online quite yet. So we're going to back and pick up the Brawler's Beatstick. The Brawler's Beatstick is going to provide us 40 physical power and 15 flat penetration. It has a passive that the enemy is going to have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds whenever you hit them with an ability. So we are mainly picking this up for the Anubis.
Killing spree? No problem.
We're going to rotate in, see if we can clean somebody up. There's 2 people pretty weak. Thor's rotating in onto the Gabrakan. We want to go for the Anubis. We're going to get our 2 off. Oh no, Gabrakan trapped us. I think that Anubis is going to be able to get out now. We're going to dash, get some basics. We get rooted by the Anubis. Here comes the Ganesh. We're going to hit him with our 2. That's going to slow him. Gabrakan goes down. We do have our blink. Oh, good wall by Thor. We're going to activate our 3 to take some damage. We're able to get the pick onto the Thor. We're going to dash, but Scotty rotated all the way from dual lane and is able to get the pick on us.
You took a spill there, but get back up.
That was super aggressive. We wanted to get that pick, and we kind of traded our life for the pick onto the enemy support. So probably not worth it.
Tactical feeding, no problem.
After going into Brawler's Beatstick, we're going to start working on Transcendence. So far, we've been involved in 6 of our 7 kills. So I feel like we're being very active on the map for our team. We're going to go ahead and pick up our speed buff. It looks like Gabrakan already secured the blue. Or we failed to secure it on the last rotation, so we're not really going to be able to rotate there. 2 basics, ability, then 2 basics. The enemy's able to secure the Gold Fury. On her just jumped in aggressively, we can tell by the mini-map. We're going to go ahead, rotate. Anubis is here. We're in a little bit of trouble. Bad place to rotate to. We were checking the enemy red buff. We get ulted by 2 people. We get silenced by Ganesh. We're in a little bit of trouble right here. We are wiggling a decent amount, but Scotty's able to clean us up. I think a ward would have been more efficient than going to check the red buff ourselves. We kind of overstepped. We knew that there was a lot of people at Gold Fury, and we just walked into that side of the jungle.
Your team has destroyed a right.
So that was a pretty preventable death. We could have played that a lot better.
This war shall not be.
And unfortunately, we were just shy of being able to get Transcendence online. That would have been nice to have because we do need to stack that item. We're going to go ahead, activate our shield, dash away again. We're going to rotate into the right jungle. Looks like Agni's going to let us. We do have our ultimate. We get Thor with our 2. And we're able to clean up the Thor. We're going to dash to the Agni. He gets pushed back. He dashes away. That on her push Really threw me off right there. Thought Agni dashed. We do have our blink. Our team's chasing, and they're able to clean up the Agni. We're going to go ahead and clean up this wave in middle lane.
Attack fire giant.
Pyromancer is available.
Attack the minions.
We're going to go ahead and back because we do have enough money for Transcendence. Transcendence is going to provide us 35 physical power, 300 mana, and 10 MP5. It has a passive that you permanently gain 15 mana per stack, and you can receive up to 50 stacks. 30% of your mana is going to be converted into physical power. Also, once this item is fully evolved, it's going to gain 10% cooldown reduction. So right now, whenever it's not fully stacked, let's just say we have 1,000 mana, we have a little bit more. We're going to be gaining an additional 30 power. Nemesis doesn't really require a whole lot of mana. It's nice to have on her because you can kind of just spam abilities. However, this item will give us a very large power spike once we get it fully evolved.
Okay. Ultimate is ready.
We're going to rotate in behind the team fight. We're going to use our ultimate onto the Thor. He's tanky. He just ults away, so he's able to get out. He lands on us. We're going to dash through the Agni. We kind of let Ganesh get away. We were thinking about blinking, but Thor blinks himself. We're going to use our 2, basic, and the Merlin is able to clean him up. We're going to start rotating towards the Bracken. If Scotty wants to keep fighting, we might be able to get the pick on her.
Let's see who's man enough to step into the limelight.
Ooh, we see a shadow. We're going to get her 2 onto the Ganesh and fall back.
Your left tower is out of mana.
Retreat. Enemies
Fire
incoming.
giant. No. That's too bad.
I think we possibly could have gotten it. It would have been a risky fire giant, but I think we could have made a play for it.
Yo, another one? Yeah, another
We're going to go ahead and pick up our speed buff.
Enemies incoming. Enemies incoming.
We're going to make a play for this Agni. Thor is also here. Looks like Thor is not that concerned about us. We're going to activate our 3.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We're just going to ignore that and go for these people that are really deep. Thor wants to stay on us as well. We're going to go ahead and blink in, activate our ultimate, use our 2. We get some good damage off. We're going to try to get some basics. We're going to activate our 3 to avoid some damage, and we're going to dash away. Merlin's able to clean up the Ganesh. Merlin's able to clean up the Scotty. Now it's just the Thor left that's overextended.
That far with all that mess. We're stepping that right here.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy. Retreat left lane. Help left lane.
We're trying to get on her to make a play for this Thor. Thor's kind of caught between the 2 of them. Anubis is rotating in behind him. We're going to secure our red, so we're still getting golden XP as we move up the map. On her goes in aggressively and is able to get the pick onto the Thor. Anubis is pretty weak. And we're able to clean up the Anubis with our 2. We dash in, we use our 2, and then we dash out. Gold Fury is up, so we're going to go ahead and make a play for that. We're going to steal away the enemy purple buff, trying to secure some golden XP.
Attack the Gold Fury. No.
We're going to go ahead and get it started. Pretty sure we can secure this. It's only 2 people applying pressure.
Yeah, another one.
Scotty's able to get the pick onto the Merlin. Agni is here. We're going to fall back. We were trying to get our ult off, but we kind of messed up there.
Retreat. Goodbye.
Our speed buff is up, so we're going to go ahead and back, and we're going to be picking up Arondight. Arondight is going to provide us 75 physical power and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that whenever we ult, or after we ult, we're going to reveal all enemy gods within 120 units for 8 seconds. While moving towards enemies, gain 30% movement speed. Basic attack. Your next basic attack is going to deal 40 damage plus 30% of your power. This can only occur once every 45 seconds. So whenever we ult somebody, we're going to be moving faster towards them because of Nemesis' ultimate and also because of Arondight, so that's going to kind of stack. Then our next basic attack is really going to chunk them.
I can always spot them out of the crowd.
Hello. Hi.
Top of the morning to ya.
Attack right lane.
Be careful, right?
We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate on a Scotty, but she's able to Aegis it.
Is ready.
And I think the minions got the pick for us right there. Anubis is rotating in from behind. We're going to come in, activate our 2. That's going to reduce his healing by 40%. We're going to go ahead and get a basic on him. Bracken's able to get the pick. We're going to get some basics onto this Ganesh. We're going to activate our 3. Dash through. We are slowed from the Ganesh. We're going to activate our 2. That's going to slow him. And we're able to clean him up with the basic attack.
Rampage.
Be right back, be right back.
No
Okay.
While it's just Thor up, we're going to go ahead and make a play for the right tower. Looks like the team makes the call for Fire Giant, which is probably the better call. So we're going to go ahead and rotate towards Fire Giant.
enemy ultimate.
It is Thor that's up, so he's probably going to try to ult onto us. We're able to secure it. Thor ults in. And I bet he whistles. He didn't ult in. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Pyromancer.
Bye. Be right back.
And we're going to back and pick up Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament is going to provide us 40 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 10 MP5. It has a passive that for 8 seconds after you use an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 40% damage. And it also gives you 2.5% MP5 per 10% of your missing mana. So with this build, we really want to weave in auto attacks in between our abilities. 1 for Arondight, 2 for Hydras, and 3 is just a great way to get off damage. So with Transcendence, we have over 2,000 mana right now, so this item is going to provide us an additional 60 physical power. Right now we're sitting at 415 physical power. 2 damaging characters, we're going to go ahead and activate our 3. We thought Agni was going to ult us, we're going to start falling back. If it's just Agni right here, we'll definitely make a play for that. Bracken's able to clean him up. Ganesh is over in right. Scotty looks to be by herself. We're going to go ahead and make a play for her.
Enemies incoming.
Reflect a little bit of damage back at her.
Yank.
We're going to go ahead and activate our ultimate. We're able to clean up 1. We're going to get some basics onto this Scotty. We're able to get the pick onto her. Thor ults away.
Who can stop the kid? Unstoppable.
Thor ults in deep. I think he's going for the pick onto the Merlin. We're going to come in, activate our 2, and Merlin's able to clean him up.
Middle lane. On my way.
I'm returning to base.
It's just the Ganesh left. We're going to dash in, try to catch up to him. He uses his dash. We're going to keep in pursuit. Dash, dash, basic attack. That's a Hydra's proc, basic, and we're able to clean up the Ganesh.
End the game, please.
We're going to go ahead and clean up this tower in mid. They do have 3 people responding pretty soon.
Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
This is a risky play. They have 4 people here. We're going to go ahead and fall back, go towards the left lane.
Attack left lane.
Let's see who's man enough to step into the limelight.
Thor's rotating behind. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna get some basics. We're gonna activate our 3, get some more basics onto the Scotty. Use our 2, we're able to clean her up. We're gonna dash, go for the Agni, dash again. We're able to get a double kill. We're gonna fall back out of the Phoenix range. Anubis would be a great target. We're gonna go ahead and cast our ultimate on him, activate our 2, that's gonna reduce his healing, and we're able to get a triple kill. Now we're gonna fall back and go for the tower. Thor is still here. We get our 2 off onto him. We're gonna activate our 3, kind of stand into the Ganesh ult. Oh no. So we should have dashed out of the Phoenix on our second dash instead of dashing back in. We didn't have the health. Ganesh was able to cancel us out of it, and the Phoenix just did work to us. We were a little too aggressive right there.
Retreat!
Retreat! On my way.
Not a problem.
Be nice if we could get that Oni Fury, but it looks like Honor is backing. So we are going to sell our Jungler's Blessing after getting Hydra's Lament and go into Heartseeker. Heartseeker is going to provide us 60 physical power, 200 mana, 20 MP5, and 10% penetration. Heartseeker's passive, if you hit an enemy with an ability, you're going to remove 2% of the target's maximum health. If we have over 200 power, this effect is going to scale up to a maximum of 5% at 400 power. Subsequent hits are going to deal 75% of the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds.
Enemy missing middle, missing left. Oh no, one of my guys got killed.
We are able to secure the Oni Fury.
Defend the fire giant. On my way.
So we do have over 400 power with this build, so each one of our abilities is going to remove 5% of the target's maximum health, unless it's his subsequent hit. They're on Fire Giant. We're going to come in, use our 2, we're going to dash away. That was very risky. Honor is able to get a double kill.
Think I'm a bit out of
Kind of falling back. We're going to use our 2, we're able to clean up the Thor. Anubis and Ganesh are the last 2, and they're both pretty weak. And we're able to get a deicide right after they secure Fire Giant. Probably the best time to get a deicide. Everyone's down for a while. We should be able to end the game right here. We also have Oni minions pushing.
Attack middle lane. Attack left lane. I'll attack. Attack the Titan. Attack the Titan.
We're gonna go ahead and clamp the minions so we can get minions into the Titan room. We're gonna go ahead and use our 2 basics, and we're able to secure the victory. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.